Hello YouTube, this is Stephanie and I am here with an enabler alert for LDRS Creative. They have clearance dies right now that are at ridiculous prices and they are going very fast. I ordered dies in one embossing folder and this is my total. I paid $21.70 and shipping was $7.35. My total was $29 and I received a total of 8 brand new die sets. Well, I'm sorry, 7 brand new die sets in one embossing folder for a total of less than $30. And my order shipped very quickly. I placed the order on the 13th of June and today is the 18th. And my order is here. So I want to share with you what I received and how much I paid, and some of the items are still available, so I am going to share them with you. So first of all, this is part of their Creative Basics line, and this die set right here is called Fancy Squares and Little Things. It's beautiful and it has a coordinating embossing folder, which I did get. So here are the dies, and I'm actually going to cut them out for you. Cute 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons, a very cute little tag, and then you have 1, 2 frames, and this is a half of a frame. So this particular set right here, the original price was $29.99. and I got it for $2.45. That's more than 90% off, okay? So I'm going to share the dies and items with you first, and then we'll cut them out so that those who want to see them first can see them, and then we'll cut them out after the fact. Here's the matching embossing folder. It's called Quilted Dragonfly. There's the item number. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't show you the item number for this one. It's CB107. And if you see it right here, it says it coordinates with the Quilted Dragonflies embossing folders. Okay, and you actually get 2. You can see the dragonflies, and it has the centerpiece that matches the frame from the die set where you can put your sentiment. And then you have this one that has the dragonflies all over it. So the embossing folder set, the original price was $9.99. I got it for $1.30. That's 2 embossing folders for $1.30. Next we have dotted wings. That's what they look like. Here's the item number, CB106. That's what they look like. And the dotted wings were originally $23.99. I got them for $1.35. These items, I mean, that's like 95% off. I mean, almost free. Fancy rectangles and layers. And that one is CB105. These are layering dies. You got some tags here. And here's an example that they give you. This is what they look like. So you actually, in this set, you get 6 pieces. 2, 4, 5, and 6. I forgot to tell you about the other ones. So how much was this one? Fancy Rectangles and Layers was originally $25.99. I got it for $2.55. Now this one was probably my favorite out the whole set. This is called the Basic Stitch Flags. You get 6 dies in this set. And here's the number, CB104. And these are a good size. The largest one is 2.44, almost 2.5 inches in height by almost an inch in width. And actually, this one I don't believe is available anymore because I could not even find the price, but I got those for $2. Then we have the basic pierced ovals. Here's the number, CB103. and it's 7 dies. And the largest is 2.766 inches in height and 0.68 inches across. And that one I don't believe is available either, because I couldn't find a price for it on their website. It doesn't even exist there anymore. It was $2.15. Then we have the cutting edge border dies, borders 1, I'm sorry, CB102, and this is three-piece set. And here's an example. And this is a nice width. It's 5.84 inches across. And if you'll notice, it'll emboss beautifully because it has the little dots. All of these are almost 6 inches across. And let's see how much this one was. Cutting Edge Borders 1. It was originally $25.99. I got it for $2.50. That's 90% off. And last but not least, Background Builders 1, CB101. You have a 6-piece set, and this is some of what it can do. So here you have the inner piece and the outer frame to cut it. So this cuts into your paper, and this will cut it out, the outer frame. And you have this shape, same thing, and this line, same thing. And these are called piercing elements, so they give your papers a pierced look. And this set, basic border background builders, was originally $27.99, and I got it for $2.50. So again, these items are at super steals of prices. Most of them are 90% off or more. So now we'll cut them for you. So if you liked what I've shown you thus far, go check out LDRS Creative. They still have some of the items available, and they ship very, very quickly. And you can get fabulous deals right now. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. So now we're just going to quickly, I'm going to use my big kick with my magnetic plate, and we're just going to go ahead and we're going to cut these items out, or some of them at least, just so you can see, because some people like to see items cut out so they have a better reference for them. And I'm just taking them off of the paper because I'm going to put them on magnetic sheets anyway, because that's how I like to store my dies, on magnetic sheets. So we're going to move these over, and we're going to move our big shot over into the frame. And I'm just going to put everything on here at one time, and that saves paper and it saves time because we can cut everything out at one time. Now, I'm not going to cut the half frame simply because I don't need a half of a frame right now, and I don't want to waste it. But also, I would like to point out that what I do like about how they send their dies, they have all of the measurements on the paper. So each piece has the measurements right underneath of it. Okay, so we're going to cut all of these out at one time, just like this, and we'll see, we'll get an idea of how they cut. And I have cut my paper down to, I just cut it an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper in half, that's all. That way I can get better use out of it. And I just roll mine forward till it's done and roll it on back. And we'll see. As you can tell, they all cut beautifully. So there's the frame. And you can see, I'm trying to get you to see the dots around the top. They cut beautifully. And If you were going to put something on top, you could use this inside on the front part. As you can see, the stitching around the outside. And then, and it cut very clean, so you could actually use this frame for something else. And now we'll just get our little buttons. Isn't that adorable? The little heart button. And you see the stitching? Love it. And here's the little tag. I love the items with all the little stitching. And the circle button. The flower button. And the larger flower button. And they all come out very, very easily out of the dies. No trouble with that at all. So that's our first set, and I'll put those on a magnetic sheet in just a few minutes. So now we're going to move on. We're not even going to do the embossing folder that matches this because we all know what embossing folders looks like. So we're going to do the fancy rectangles and layers now. And again, I'll do them in one pass, or I will try to do them in one pass. So here are our fancy frames, and I'm actually going to turn them sideways. Uh-oh. Really strong magnets. We're going to put our plate down, and then we're going to put our frames. Next one. And all of these, I love the fact that they all fit inside. I tell you what, this tape that they have on here is very, very strong. And actually, I think I'm going to do this and that like this. So there are the items that came with that set. We'll move this one because we're going to use up as much of this paper, and we'll just cut that one in just a second on a different sheet of paper. And the crackling is the sound that you want to hear when you're die cutting. And this time I'm just going to do it once, and I want to see how well they cut with one pass. And they look like they've done very well. Here's that frame, and I love that shape. And you can see the stitching. And you can use your frames this way or this way. Beautiful. Here's this one. Don't worry about the insides cut out because you can always place a full sheet over it. And let's get our little tags. I think some of the glue is stuck on there. So here's the small tab. And this is great for tabs, like if you use a planner or you're doing an album. There you go. And I don't know why it wasn't clear. There's the next one. And the next one. Love the little shape. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next set because I don't want this video to be forever long. And I'm not even going to cut that, well, I am. I told you to tell. I'm going to cut that larger tab out from this set. And we're going to do, I'm not going to do all of the banners, but I'm going to do that one and that one. I'm just going to do the two larger ones because I want you to see how large these really are, because they are a wonderful, wonderful size. Let me back this up some. You definitely are going to have at least a 6-inch wide piece of paper. Here we go. And remember to flip your oh, my brain's not working today. I'll tell you in a minute when I think of it. So here's the one from the other set. Love that edge. Love the piercing though. Here's the largest banner. Now that is pretty large. That would make a great tag actually. And you see the stitching around the edges. And then here's the second largest one. I mean, I don't have the largest hands, but that's pretty large, and it has the stitching around the edge. Okay, so there are the banner dies. Love the sizes of those. I'm just going to do a couple of the ovals. I'm not going to do them all. We'll do this one. And we'll do the second largest one. I'm just trying to give you guys an idea of the sizes of some of these items. Yeah, we'll just cut those two out for now. And those other ones, I know we're going to have to do those because they're pretty long. So we're going to need a full sheet for those. So we'll do the stitched ovals. And I like the fact that I can go one pass and it comes out very clean. There you go. And it has the stitching. Love that. And here's our second one. And I mean, they literally fall out. Even where the stitching is. Now we're going to try, I'm going to try and do all of the border dies at one time. Because they're so very long. We're going to try and do it. Uh-oh. This is why I love my magnetic sheet. See the outer and the inner? We're going to try it and see. We're just going to do those 4 and see what we get, guys. Thank you guys for sticking with me if you're still here. But I understand some people may want to just go get the deal. I don't blame them. I would too. Flip your plates. That's what I was trying to remember earlier. I couldn't think of the word. Had a long day at work today, so. And even these, they just come out so easily. Okay, so here we go. So, this is how that one cuts out. Now, if you did not use the outer frame here, it would be, this design would be in your paper. Okay? But, here's what we've learned. With the border dies, they actually cut into the paper. They don't cut it out. So here's the first border. Here's the second stitched border. And if you'll notice, here's what I want you to notice. The stitching is on both sides. So it doesn't matter which side you're going to use, you'll have stitching. And this one has the piercing on both sides. So doesn't really matter which side you use, you'll have your piercing or your stitching. And this one actually has piercing as well, this border die. And if you'll notice on the outside, there's piercing on the outside as well. That is fabulous. And like I said, they just fell right out of the die. So I'm going to do these last two, and I'm going to be all done with this video. But I know a lot of times people show dies, and I would like to see what they do cut out, because sometimes you don't know if they're going to cut out of the paper or they're just going to cut into the paper. So that's why I decided to do the video, and you can see what they look like before you make your purchase as well, if you decide that you want to purchase some, if they're still available. So this is our last one, and I'll go ahead and ask you once again, please give me a thumbs up on my video if you like my video, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And we'll have to make some projects using these dies. I think they're all fabulous. Again, this is the one that was the straight line, and you see I used the outer frame and it cut it right out, and you see the piercing. And then last but not least, we have what I call the diamond design, and we cut it out because we used the outer frame. So these are some fabulous deals, again, going on at LDRS Creative. Go check out their website. Get you some dies. They also have stamps that are on clearance. I did see a couple of them that were only $1, but a lot of them are $4.50 or higher, which is still a fabulous deal because LDRS makes quality items. But please give me a thumbs up and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for watching.